What's up, everybody? It's Jesse.
This is Gabe.
And we are whatever we are. Yeah. We're the podcast. And the dogs still fucking hate us. Cool.
Oh my god.
Can you shut up? We're doing important things up here, okay? Where's your mic? Why? Great, so you'll be saying funny things and the... Sure you won't.
He's gonna make one comment. He's like,
Yeah, it's better when they can actually hear you. Anyway, so, rather dark note, I guess, but, this episode is dedicated to my friend Eric, who took his life 2 years ago, in December. So, basically, if I were to have Eric on for an episode, this would be the episode that I would like to have him on for. Everything is kind of curated to questions, like, pertaining to stuff that I think would be funny to talk about with him, that me and him used to talk about, you know. But, yeah. How you been?
I'm doing good. Just...
Your hair is fucked up, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Mine too, but I wore a ski mask all day, so... Wait, I should probably clarify. I wore a mask all day, not a ski mask. I didn't break in anywhere.
I don't know why my hair's so fucked up. Oh, well. Anyhow, no, I'm just really fucking tired and low on energy right now. That's all.
Well. There's a dog slurping in the background, and I know the mic's picked that up. It picks it up every episode. Just fucking cut. Better to smack my... Huh?
Rolling.
Oh, you're rolling? I didn't even see him fucking hit it. Anyway, moving on. Bro code.
Bro code?
Yeah.
You heard him, Gabe.
Yeah.
This is an intervention. What the fuck, dude? No, I'm kidding.
I'm about to say, what?
You're like, dude, how'd you find out?
What'd I do?
Nothing, but...
I have a guilty conscience. You can't do that to me.
Of course you have a guilty conscience. If you knew everything that Gabe did, I'd have a guilty conscience too.
We can't talk about that on the podcast.
No, we can't. But, no, I want to know if bro code's still a thing. Like, is that something that still exists?
I feel like there's rule.
Notifications going off.
But,
Mint
yeah.
podcast episode, guys.
Good audio.
Yeah, I feel like there's like rules set in place.
See, I don't know what these rules are. Like,
No, but
I've been a dude for 19 years, and I don't know what the fuck.
No,
like,
what I mean is just like obvious like things. Like things,
don't sleep with your your friend's girlfriend
yeah,
while they're
like
dating.
things like that, or like
Whoa, I'd hope so.
yeah, like it's like obvious things. I feel
Does commenting on tattoos that your cameraman's girlfriend have, does that count? Is that wrapped up underneath that?
I guess that just depends on the friendship. I don't know. But
That was my favorite part of episode 9. I'm
I
not
don't
even
know.
gonna lie.
But there's also I feel like different set rules for every friendship. You know what I mean?
Okay, well here's the question. If you knew your boy was gonna do something that you didn't agree with, would you tell the girl or her friends? Yeah.
Yeah. Of course I would. Why would...
You know, I was raised better than that, so...
Yeah, and also if my mom found out that I was letting one of my friends that...
You know, hurt a female in any way, emotionally, physically.
No,
whatever.
she would hurt me physically.
Yeah, no, yeah. You know, I'd get my ass kicked.
Yeah, so... Of course I would.
But I need a list of everything that violates the bro code, because, like...
I'm going to do some research.
You're going to do some research? Type. Clickety clack. But no, like...
Oh my God,
I feel like it's so vague. Everyone's always like...
There's actually a book?
Yep.
There's a book.
Yeah. I'm not going to do the article that has anything to do with the book, but there is a book.
There is a book. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So...
we need to get that.
Yeah, I was going to say. So basically, expect that to be in our set design for next episode.
I feel like this is going to be pretty toxic.
Is it?
Well,
I mean, probably.
the first one is have your bros back no matter what, and then the
Yeah,
second
no,
one is
help each other lie. If he
his
cheats,
no,
you cover for
no,
him.
The second
Okay.
Kevin Hart said that.
Yeah.
I do not condone such mannerisms. Just don't cheat, and then your boy won't have to cover for it.
Yeah,
I already
exactly.
dropped my phone, and we're only like 10 minutes in.
Yeah, no. Here's the second one. If his girlfriend asks you where he is, you know nothing.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
no.
one's given.
Yeah,
That one's a
no,
given.
me and Jesse,
Yeah, no,
we literally
we've
said
done that
this.
one before.
And also,
And also, if you call them, as Kevin Hart says, if you call them and say, tell the truth, that means lie.
yeah. And also, another thing was, since you know my password to my phone, if a girl asks, do you know the password to his phone? You don't know it. Because I'm pretty sure me and
We just
Jesse...
exposed every secret.
It's whatever.
It'll never work on any girl ever now. Not that we plan on gaslighting anyone, but I'm just saying.
Well, Jesse, what girls are we talking to?
This
It's
is
okay.
true.
No girls are listening.
This is probably accurate.
This is probably accurate as well.
I mean, if I post that clip of me talking shit on Taylor Swift, then girls will probably listen. Of me.
To that episode.
Oh my God! You want to number 4?
What?
Yes.
You must do all you can to save your bro from dating an ugly girl.
Who wrote this?
I don't know how I feel about that.
This was the
Published.
first result. This is pretty bad.
That's
No wonder men are terrible.
yeah, right.
You cannot get involved with your bro's mother or sister.
I feel like this should be a given.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
no, don't look at me like that. I was
I don't know.
talking about his mom today.
Yeah.
Let me slide.
Let's not talk about the conversation we had.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I just feel like bro code is so vague. Everything's always wrapped up under. She doesn't even like bro code.
None of them do.
Cut. Do you mind? Hey, we're trying to record up here. Pass me the death whistle. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Bro code is just very vague, and I don't understand it. I never will. It's always like, oh, yeah, you can't do that because bro code.
Yeah, no, but I feel like there's very, like, I don't know.
I mean, there's things you shouldn't do
Yeah,
when you're like,
when you're friends with people.
yeah, but like also it's like, just do the right thing? Question mark. I don't know, man.
I feel like it also just depends on each other's morals, like, as friends.
Yeah.
I feel like that has a lot to do with it. Because you can't just strictly go off of something that is based on every friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because everyone has different morals. Some people don't give a fuck what their friends do. Like, as long as they have each other's back. And then, obviously, there's, you or me. Like, if one of us are doing something stupid...
I'm going to beat the shit out of you for it.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
If you're going to gaslight a girl to get some coochie, and you tell me this, I'm kicking your ass.
Yeah. Take a brick from from my house and...
Yeah, I'm going to grab from that pile of bricks. First, I'm going to throw it through your window. And then I'm going to tell your mom what you're doing, and she'll do the rest. She'll handle the rest. Your mom
Yeah.
will fuck you up.
This is true. But I would never do that, so... Gladly that will never happen.
Anyway, so we'll move on. We'll push on to dumb things in here being a haunt actor. This is more like another dumb thing that has happened to me, as opposed to a dumb thing I heard.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually, fun fact, it was the same night as probably the one that we talked about in episode 9. Where those girls ran chasing, like,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, if I run, will you chase me? Not really, but I did anyway. But we're not going to talk about it. It was the same night, so I was in the same spot down in, like, hillbilly area. And, this group comes down, they're just like, I can't even remember if they were actually dancing or if I just did a little jig or something with, like, an axe above my head. I don't remember what happened. But what I do remember is that I was offered a small shark. I don't know why. They just kind of reached out and were like, "Do you want a shark?" And I was like, until they put it in my hand, I was just pointing at my gloved hand, like gave me a toy plastic shark, and I was like, "Okay, that was weird, but not the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me." Later on in the night, I came to find out that they were like students of my bosses. So they were informed, or he was informed, that I was given a shark. We're not really supposed to take things from customers. Could like hand us a murder weapon. I mean, I don't think that's the reason, but like, there's other reasons why you shouldn't just like take something from a customer. But whenever they were like offering me a toy plastic shark, it seemed pretty harmless, so I took it anyway. Then we had our Christmas hunt last weekend. And I'm running at this group with a chainsaw. They're unfazed, most of them. And then I turned my saw off, and somebody, like, they literally went through, like, the struggle of, like, trying to pull me aside and be like, "Hey, have you ever received a toy plastic shark in your life?" And I'm like, yeah? Like, was that you? I don't know. It's dark down there. I can't tell who's who. I don't, you know how many faces I see? I don't know who would be giving me a plastic shark. They're like, "No, it was my friend. Do you still have it?" And I'm like, yeah, I still have it. I'm like, "They'll be delighted," and just moved on. And I was like, huh? Like, okay, cool. Thanks for the shark. I'm going to teach him how to skate. I haven't named him because I'd probably just name him Jerry.
You posted that picture.
Yeah, it's on my Instagram.
Yeah, on your Instagram. I was just, because I was like scrolling through them.
I'm going to get the shark.
Okay. But yeah, I was scrolling through Jesse's Instagram, and then I just saw a picture of a toy shark, like on a skateboard.
Yeah, I put him in black and white. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something that kind of like lives on my dresser now. There hasn't been a whole lot of like really bad things that have happened recently that I think are dumb things worthy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Gabe already knows this, but I went through the process because I was struggling for content for this episode. So instead, I decided, you know what? I'll embarrass myself. I'll ask every female that I know, what my red flags are, among other things that were asked. But red flags comes first. All right, so I thought it would be a funny idea if I was just like, you know what? I'll ask a bunch of girls what my red flags are, because good content, right? Sure. I didn't think about the emotional scarring I would entail. It's like episode 7 all over again. So, I guess I should start with... I don't want to say names either, so we're going to avoid that, but I'm logged on to the wrong Instagram. Hey, look at that. We got 2 likes. I don't know. Okay, so here we are. So, I made the joke to Gabe when I told him I was going to do this, that like if somebody lists my red flags, it's going to be like, "Oh, looks like MGK. Wears too many flannels." I don't even remember what some of the other ones that I came up with and made up were. Oh, talks about his ex every episode of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But I was joking about the flannel one. I didn't think wearing too many flannels was going to be a red flag. I just realized I'm wearing the same flannel like 2 episodes in a row now. So that's fun. Oh well. I live in this red flannel. But yeah, no. So the first female I asked said, "Yeah, unhealthy attachment to flannels I think is a fair start for you." I was unaware that wearing flannels could be a red flag.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
The second one I got was, "Looks like a Peep fan, but I don't think you are." Then I told them I was a Peep fan, and they said, "Well, definitely a red flag."
I don't know. Listen, I don't think that's a red flag to be a Pete fan. To be honest.
To listen to sad boy emo music, sad boy emo rap. I see why that's a red flag.
I can understand that, but it doesn't make you a worse of a person.
Well, no, but they're mostly jokes for entertainment.
Yeah.
And I said I didn't know that was a red flag. And she said, it's like listening to Taylor Swift is a red flag. Which, I mean, I guess still applies. But, those were really the... Oh. No, I forgot about this one. Another one could be that you potentially relate to Joe from You. I don't know what she meant by that, truthfully. I mean, we've talked about it on episodes before, but those episodes never aired. So...
Yeah, but...
I don't know. Me and her have definitely talked about You before, but... Like, as in the TV show.
Yeah.
Never talked about Gabe. Why would I do that?
Yeah, who would talk about me? Like, come on. Be
Worst-
realistic.
Only person that talks about you is your mom.
You think she talks about me? That's crazy.
My mom probably talks about you more than your mom.
Yeah,
talks
probably.
About, probably works the same way. Your mom too busy roasting me for listening to Taylor Swift to give me the light of day. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know where that one came from, but I thought that one was interesting. Savannah, that one I can name drop. I thought that she was just gonna lay it on me, but I guess that was all of episode 7. It was her just roasting me. So all she gave me was nail polish, but I haven't worn nail polish since my uncle's funeral in March because I took it off so that I wouldn't I would make my grandma feel better if I showed up to the funeral without nail polish. And I just never repainted my nails after that. So they haven't really been painted in almost a year. So I don't know how that's still a red flag, but whatever. And then somebody else said, we don't talk enough for me to know your red flags. You seem pretty cool. And I was like, okay, well, I'll take that. Just never let them get to know me so they don't start listing all of them. And then somebody else kind of just, ripped me to shreds and sent me a whole freaking novel. I wish I was making this up. You can't make this tip up, though.
I'd like to meet this person.
I'm sure you would. This text started with, "Oh Lord," so I knew it was gonna be bad.
Sounds about right.
And then it takes up that much of my phone screen.
Oh my fucking god!
That's my whole phone screen. And it says, "You come off." Okay, so this is my first time reading some of these too. You can come off standoffish at times, or you're not fully invested in what other people are saying. She said that could be the ADHD though, because
that's definitely you though.
She ties into interrupting others in conversations.
Mm-hmm.
You're excited to talk about yourself, but then click off when other people start talking and round the conversation back to yourself. So it's easier to keep the topic on you than having a flow to it.
Damn, she really knows you.
That wouldn't hurt. You seem to be extremely image-oriented, which can be a catch-22. It's good and bad because if you get too wrapped up in it, it can make you a dick, and picking other people based on image, like friends and partners, can be dangerous and draining, and you won't be able to make any true meaningful connections. Sick! Image is and isn't everything. Social media-wise, it's everything, and that can add to you being standoffish or even intimidating to some, since you are working on yours, which can...
Damn, she's going for the kill.
Yeah,
can attract...
Holy shit.
Working on yours, which can attract the wrong attention, which can be a red flag. You have an all or nothing type of personality, which is a massive red flag in relationships because it can go to the point of seeming obsession or complete disconnect.
Oh my god, Jesse.
Huh?
Are you okay after this?
Honestly, I feel fine. This feels like episode 7 was more traumatizing than reading that.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah,
It was awful for me.
I rewatch it and
It was-
still laugh.
It was excellent content, but it's traumatizing.
Yeah. Isn't there more she said?
No, that was it. I mean, I think that's enough. That's like a kill shot.
I kind of want to hear more.
I kind of wanted to hear more.
Yeah.
She gave you everything, Gabe.
Yeah,
There's probably more.
yeah,
Let's
no,
be
like
honest.
that was basically a novel. Like it was published and it was written in like novel format. I'm surprised she didn't MLA it to me. Times New Roman double spaced.
She had a thesis paragraph.
She did. There was a conclusion too.
In conclusion, these are your red flags.
In conclusion, don't date Jesse.
Huh?
Don't mind me just texting during the podcast.
That's why I face my phone down, because it'll make me tempted to text people.
Well, I was scrolling through my DMs and I had a DM that I needed to respond to. So from Instagram to Twitter we go. So Twitter banned my account the other night after deciding they thought I was 13.
We were on the phone, too.
Yeah,
That
no,
shit
I was
mad funny.
I was FaceTiming Gabe and I was updating my profile on Twitter and I put in my date of birth and I guess the system recognized that when I made my Twitter account I wasn't 13.
Yeah, they'll get you like that. They got Hannah, too.
I know she slid up and responded to me about that. She's like, the same thing happened to me. Only thing is they gave me my account back. She never got hers back. You have to appeal it because I read it. You have like 2 weeks to appeal it. So she probably just didn't appeal in time. That's probably what happened.
But it was funny, though. I was just imagining.
I was just like, I'm not 13, Twitter. Jesus.
Yeah, I said, damn. Jesse, did you post a picture of you?
Yourself? Yeah. Alan said the same thing. He was just like, you're so baby-faced that even Twitter thought you were 13.
That's what I was. Yeah.
And while we're on the topic of dumb tweets, I guess, or while we're on the topic of Twitter, I guess we can do dumb
I was
tweets.
about to correct you.
It's been a long week and thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's been a long weekend.
It's been a long thing. I don't know what tweet I listed. Like it's described, but I don't know what that means. It's literally just described respawn tweet.
I thought that's what we were going to
Oh, yeah,
talk
no,
about.
okay, so here it is. It says, today my boyfriend and I were having sex, and he finished before me. I thought he was going to try and get hard again so he could continue. Unfortunately, he turned to me and said, don't worry, I'll respawn in a few minutes.
Okay, now I remember you saying that to me.
Yeah, because you're in the bottom corner of that screenshot on the FaceTime. We also have our TikTok of the week. This one I have to go travel back to Instagram because I saved it on Instagram.
Who's Connie?
That's Connie.
Baby, there's nobody here.
No, that's Connie. Show him, Connie.
So it's this guy's niece, and she's talking about her like imaginary friend, or her invisible friend Connie being in the corner of the room, and she's like, "Show him, Connie, show him," and he's like, "No, don't show me," and he just starts running. He's like, "There's nobody there," and she's like, "No, Connie's right there," and he's like, "There's nobody there." She's like, "Show him, Connie." He said, "Hell no," and he's just booking it out.
Pristine audio.
Every episode. Slowly moves it. But yeah, I don't know. That one had me rolling. Jesus.
Like,
Just the Spider-Man, the Venom symbiote theme. Can we get that on the soundboard? Do 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 do. It's just so good. Bullshit or not, man. Bullshit or not.
Okay.
Fate or karma? Do you believe in them?
Fate or comma?
Yeah, both. I mean, they're separate things.
I said comma, I'm pretty sure, but
You did.
whatever. I'm sorry.
Karma. You
Yeah,
know,
I know.
like that song by Mod Sun?
Anyhow, Jesse. I'm not 100% sure, like, on fate.
Yeah, I'm not set on fate.
Karma, yeah, I do. I do very much believe in.
You know. The universe has a strange way of kicking you in the nuts when you do something wrong.
Mhm.
So,
But yeah.
but fate. Fate. I'm not set on fate. Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about that one.
I've never really
Like
believed
being
in it.
destined for shit to happen. I don't know. Maybe to meet certain people, like just in general, like for them to be a part of your life in some way. Maybe. I don't know. I just feel like that they're such complicated topics, and I need a nap.
I feel that.
But no, I just don't think that I have seen enough evidence of it for me to be like it exists.
Well, I mean, I would guess a way if you're thinking about fate, maybe, I guess, is you have to go. Oh my god. You have to, like, go through, like, shit to get where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, obviously, right now, maybe that's not where you think you need to be or where you are supposed to be.
Oh, so Gabe can be inspirational when I don't tell him to, but whenever I'm telling him to be inspirational at the end of episodes now for our new solid format that we're trying to keep, he's like, I don't really support, being nice to people.
Anyhow, yeah, no, but I guess it just depends. Like, it does depend on what you believe in, but obviously fate has to deal with, I feel like, you are eventually going to end up somewhere where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So either, yeah, you can struggle the most right now, but maybe in the future you're supposed to succeed. But you don't know that until you make it there. And I feel like a lot of people think that's how it is. I mean, in a way I believe that's what it is, but I wouldn't say it's fate. I just think all the shit that comes first, you need that shit to be there for you to experience the good. That's just what I believe in, but
Yeah.
you gotta go through the shit of shit to
the shit of shit.
Yes, the shit of shit. Quoted by me. Anyway,
Put that on a t-shirt, guys. You gotta go through the shit of shit to get where you need to be. Gabriel Cunningham.
Exactly.
Make sure you spell it like Gabrielle, though.
Bro, I swear to God.
Charlie messed that up in the group chat, didn't he?
Yeah, someone spelled my name wrong in the group chat. I'm like, what's whatever. Literally, my mom...
I tried to make it in the like jar.
Anyway, my mom tried to make it easier for...
Toss
like
me some coin.
My mom tried to make it easier for my name to be spelled. Yeah, everyone fucks it up.
I think she made it harder.
Yeah.
How's it
Everybody.
spelled?
It's literally Gabe Real. Gabe.
Yeah, I know. But
yeah.
like,
Use letters.
Yeah.
Use the alphabet. Gabe.
Riel.
interesting.
Yeah. How would they normally spell Gabriel?
Gabriel. Or AL. Or something like that.
Then how's Gabrielle spelled?
LLE
Yeah.
at the end.
Okay. Gabrielle. And then there's Gabriella, which ends in an A, obviously.
Yeah.
That one I can figure out. Yay!
But yeah.
You know what they said to me yesterday? This is off topic, but being as we were off at
Yeah, we were
Comic-Con
already
today,
off topic.
we were at Comic-Con today, and you got the chance to meet some of the people I went to Denny's with last night, which was a whole experience. Cause
I thought I met all of them.
yeah, you did.
Oh. When you said some, I was just like, am I forgetting
No,
something?
you met it. You met everyone that was there, but No, there's some guy that just walked over to our table. We like called a guy who was doing magic at another table. He was doing card tricks. We called him over to do magic for us in a Denny's at 9:26 at night. And you know, after he like walked off, everyone's like clapping and everything. There's like 3 other tables watching us, even though we were causing a scene to begin with, even beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like clapping for this magician guy in full costume because he had came from the Comic-Con as well. And somebody I was there with looks at me and goes, you know, people only clap when you leave, Jesse. Nobody's ever clapped for you. Like, I don't even remember where it came from, but like there was a setup to it. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. So I stood up and walked away, and everyone at the table just starts clapping as I'm headed for the door. And I was like, you know what? You guys are assholes. But his clapping reminded me of that. All right. So, ready to get real. Let's talk about Eric. Gabe never met Eric.
Mm-mm.
But you know who did?
Who?
Robert.
Hmm.
Eric called him Rob Kebab.
I remember
and
that.
Robster the Lobster.
Yeah, I remember.
The first
both
time
of
I
those
met
names.
Eric, that he decided he was going to call Robert that.
I was wondering where those names came from
Yeah,
because I
that
remember
came
you
from Eric.
telling me to him.
It was also the same night that he's like, I don't know who was wearing Jordan, but he's like, I love Jordan baseball, is what Eric said. And like sarcastically. I think I have it on video somewhere. He's like, I love Jordan baseball. And we're like, it's basketball, Eric. And he's like, I know.
To be fair, he did play baseball.
What?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he played for what, like 2 seasons?
Yeah. It was about
I didn't
2
know that, actually.
Dummy.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
Stupid.
Not
Get
the
educated.
just the biggest Michael Jordan fan. I do all my reading
Know
on
about
that
your
guy.
sports ball.
I used to be a huge basketball fan.
I only care about hockey, so.
Yeah. Now I'm not into any sports really in general.
But so Eric was the type of person. He really had no shame in being himself. He didn't really care what other people thought of him. That was one of several valuable lessons that I learned from my friendship with Eric. Which was just stop caring about what other people think of you, how you act. If people don't like it, don't change it up. Still be yourself. How you dress, who you're friends with, stuff like that. Because when you stop caring about it, you're gonna realize that they'll like you for who you are. The right people will like you for who you are. You don't need to put up a front to make people to like you. Just because you want people to like you. If they want to be your friend, they're going to like you no matter what. They're going to like you for who you genuinely are. Throws fucking bait.
I was about to say.
I know, I'm going to start fiending in like 5 seconds, so I better pick that up.
But yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I mean,
You're going to attract the wrong people if you're trying to
yeah.
put up a front on what you think people will think is cool about you and all that. Just be yourself and people will like you if they like you. Or they'll be dicks to you at Comic-Con and tell you that you're ruining their business because there's some weird lanky guy doing weird dances in front of their table and nobody's gonna buy a book if that's happening in front of.
I love how Antonio
So he's like,
shook his
yeah, I
head.
wouldn't.
I wouldn't want that either.
Jokingly being a dick. But yeah. So, and I really think that the way Eric was, and how he just didn't care, was probably why so many people actually gravitated towards him. Was just that type of personality where he's gonna be himself wherever he is. The right people will appreciate that, because if you're not putting up a front, like I said, it's like the wrong people are gonna gravitate towards you. You're not gonna attract what you want to attract, even though you might think you will. I just noticed there's white birds on that Christmas tree.
So fucking random.
ADHD. Anyway, so the first time I met Eric was actually at a birthday party. And we all, like the whole group of party, ventured into the woods to get firewood to have a bonfire. Because clearly this party wasn't well planned where we already had firewood. So we all venture into the woods. And funny enough, Eric's actually the one that got me into X. Because we were listening to music on the way down there, and one of the songs that played was Look at Me. Because this was like...
fucking while ago, I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
2015, 16. Whenever that song came out. Whenever it was like fresh, new. Like
17.
No, it was definitely before that. 16?
I feel like it's
16.
2016.
It might have been 16. It might have been 17. You might be right. But... So, I don't even remember what we went into the woods with to grab. I think we were just grabbing, like, dead sticks. Not Eric, though. That man, there was, like, a sapling. Like a decently sized sapling. Not a full tree, but like a tree, basically.
Yeah.
He kicked it out of the ground. Kicked. Like it was already kind of uprooted. So he ripped it out of the ground with his bare hands. He was a short guy too. He was muscular, but he was very like wasn't tall in any way. He just ripped this tree that's probably like 2 times his size out of the ground. And it was still alive. It hadn't been uprooted long enough for it to be dead. And I'm like, that's not gonna burn. It's live wood. Everyone knows that's not gonna burn. I was like, it's wet too. It's not gonna burn. I was like, and there's no way we're gonna be able to cut that up into smaller pieces because it's live wood. It's not gonna break as easy as dead wood. I was like, I'll make it work. I was like, okay, man. So he drags this tree up this trail and out of the woods and up, the hill up to my house.
Yeah.
From the woods. Drags it all the way up that hill and up to the fire pit at my parents' house.
Oh my fucking god.
And his brilliant idea is, I'll snap it in half and we can fit it in the fireplace. So he, like, propped it up on something, and he's jumping up and down trying to get it to crack. And he's like, help me out. Like, somebody else get on the other side. It's like, adding more weight to this live tree isn't going to make it break. It sure, there was a little pops here and there, but it wasn't it just bent. It's not going to crack. I was like, we need, like, a saw or, like, a axe to actually cut through this. And he's just insistent. He's, like, trying to fold this tree in half and jumping up and down on it like it's a trampoline, trying to get it to break. We never got it in the fire. He just kind of lived there the rest of the night because we just eventually gave up. It was just, I was like, this guy's fun. That was my immediate thought. She's like, you know what? I'm going to break a tree with my bare hands. And the image of this short, like, built guy just dragging this 8-10 foot tree sapling out of the woods behind him, coming up the hill as all the adults are sitting on the porch like, why does he have a tree? And the rest of us with our twigs and actual burnable wood, he just wanted to be different. He's trying to supply firewood for the entire night. It was just very flawed planning. That's just one of many interesting stories I have with Eric, but I'm going to keep it short. I just wanted people to understand what kind of person he was. He was super fun to be around. He was absolutely hilarious. But we're going to move on to another segment. Feels super abrupt to end there, but it is what it is. I can only talk about it for so much. It's kind of a, sensitive subject. But New Music Friday. You want to start?
Bro, there's actually so much that fucking came out, and I didn't listen to all of it.
Well, talking about what you definitely did listen to.
Well, the Juice album, obviously. Let's see. There's 18 songs on the album. 2 of them was talking. 1 was a freestyle, and there was about roughly 16 songs in total if you're counting the freestyle. So, Well, obviously, I listen to unreleased music, so I knew like 13 out of the 16 songs. So yeah. But no, they did really well with the album. But sadly, like, I feel like as you go through the album, I feel like it's just fillers. But that's also because it's just a postmortem album, so it's just how it ends up being. But I mean, for the album itself, I feel like they actually did pretty good on it. Personally, I like it.
Yeah.
I like the even though it's unreleased music, it's still good fucking unreleased music they finally released. And they also they changed up some of the beats and stuff with some of the songs that I realized. Like, and some of the beat changes I liked, and then some I didn't. But I still like the song, even if they did, like, mess around with the beat.
Makes enough sense. Yeah, I haven't finished listening to the album, but from where I have listened, I do enjoy it. In terms of ranking, I don't think it's the best Juice album we've ever got, though. Goodbye and Good Riddance is still the top.
Yeah, I don't think anything...
I think this is better than Death Race for Love, though, from what I've heard.
Yes, it's better than Death Race for Love. I wouldn't say it's
But
better than Legends Never Die, though.
But I still like Death Race for Love because it was actually Juice's vision for that album. We don't know what his vision would be for any of these albums that came out after he's dead. And that's what I really hate about the tragedy that is all these rappers, like, albums coming out after they're dead. Is we don't know how they actually would want those put together. Except for, there's a few exceptions. Like Peep, when they released Hellboy and Crybaby, like those albums.
We already had them.
Yeah, they were already formatted the way he wanted to. They were released on SoundCloud, though. So when we finally got them on Spotify, it was still his vision for those albums.
Yeah.
Sort of. Like, it was a little changed, but,
you know what I wish they would do?
And Mac was the same thing with when they just put out...
Faces, I think it was.
Because that album was old, too.
What they could do,
And so was Kids.
I'm pretty sure that they could... I don't know if they're able to do this, but what they could do is take the fucking album off of YouTube Juice has, the 999 EP.
Yeah.
And post that on Spotify.
I mean, I feel like it needs to be on Spotify anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, those songs are actually released. Juice actually released those.
Yeah, and those are...
But they never made their way to...
love those songs. So.
There's some really good ones on there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's one that we could probably get that would still be formatted the way that he wanted to be.
I could sit here and talk all night about, like, Juice music and shit, so...
Well, we also got Swaco and Trippie Redd collabed on a song.
Mm-hmm.
And Millennium did the beat for. Story of My Life that came out last week, too. That smacks.
I'm trying to...
There was 2 different edits to that song, and they're both really good. There was, like, a heavy... I almost want to call it EDM style edit, and then there was just the regular edit, which I like a little bit more.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure a Boogie with a Hoodie released his EP.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't listened to a Boogie
NBA YoungBoy released an EP
since probably freshman year of high school.
I don't remember if it was rumored or if it was released, but I know... No, I think it's rumored that Gunna is releasing his album soon. Right?
Yeah. He said it's...
Yeah, I know... and Cordays is being released, I think, January 17th or something like that. But I know there was, like, 3 albums that came out on Friday. And I've heard that they're good, but...
I listened to Hot Mulligan's new EP. That was amazing. Acoustic, 4 songs, but all amazing. Acoustic covers of their own songs.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody described one of the songs that I posted on my story from that, and they said, this song has its hands around my throat. So my natural response was, kinky.
I mean, I feel like that would be anyone's natural.
Yeah, that's a valid response.
Yeah.
Also, Shakes by Stevie Howie released. I discovered that guy through TikTok, and that song is an absolute banger.
I think you've listened to it. I like it.
Also, my wife, Charlotte Sands. Charlotte Sands.
This man is obsessed with Charlotte Sands.
I absolutely am. And I just ripped my actual earring out. Fuck, that hurts. Well, we're not bleeding, so that's a plus. But I somehow managed to push the back of my earring out through the front exit hole of my ear.
How did you...
I don't know. But anyway, that hurt. I don't recommend that. I don't know how I accomplished it. But, cool. I don't know where it went either. It just kind of fell into the abyss.
It won't say now.
No, I think it just fell. I'm scared to get up because I know it's gonna fall. Hello? Hello? Looking into my hoodie. Hello? There's like eyeballs in there. I'm like, ah. But really, Charlotte Sands released "Keep Me Up All Night." I heard that song played live like 6 months ago. And she said, "Oh yeah, if you guys like this, I'll release it next week," or something along those lines.
Never got released.
Until now, but it's good. There's a verse that's a reference to "Thunder" by Boys Like Girls. I really like that touch. That was neat. Oh, and for a little backstory on why I consider Charlotte Sands my wife, she's like one of the only celebs that answer my DMs. But it slid off my notes as it went down.
I feel like it's not an official like episode if you don't drop that at least
I've
once.
already-
Or your phone.
I've already dropped my phone.
Yeah.
My leg's cramping now. Great. Anyway, speaking of DMs, we'll talk about my DM science project.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm calling it.
What's your hypothesis?
If I message a girl, isn't it if then?
Yeah, if then.
If then.
Yeah,
I don't remember
hypothesis, I believe, is it if
So
then.
if
then.
I DM a female
Then.
using a normal conversation starter, then maybe I get a response as opposed to using a pickup line. Shout out episode 7 and all the trauma.
Cool, so you're going to be a normal person.
You learned something.
Anyway, so I was trying to, I'm still trying to shake the trauma from episode 7. But I wanted to see what the most effective conversation starter would be. Because hey just feels really lame. And it was also the least effective. I got one response out of hey. Oi, saying just oi out of just randomly into a DM, that got me 2. One of them was from Savannah, so I don't know how much that counts, but I'm still counting it. He said, no, it doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
It still took her 2 days to respond.
That's
Yeah,
bad.
That makes it even worse. That cancels out the other one.
What, the other way?
I said that cancels out the other one. The other successful one.
Yeah.
Why? Because even
Yeah,
Savannah
because it took 2
days.
days.
Someone you know.
And it still
And they
took
took 2
to
days.
answer you.
No, I bet she half slid it. And it was just like, I'm not answering this dumbass.
Yeah, probably.
Savannah, can you confirm or deny? So, the most effective out of all of them appears to have been... I have to scroll through all these messages because this one actually started a real conversation. If I asked you to hold the other half of my half-eaten donut, would you? Question mark. And this response was absolutely, I would protect it with my life.
Sounds like a keeper.
She has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
But either way, it started a conversation. So in terms of effectiveness, I think it counts. But a line similar to that, which was just, I shortened it and was like, can I trust you with, or what would you do if I gave you the other half of my donut? And this person said, eat it, which is that's a respectable response. Assuming that I didn't, if I cut a donut down the middle,
Yeah, then just
Like
eat half of
eat
it.
half of it and give it to them. You have to be dating for that to be acceptable, I feel.
Yeah.
Or they have to be related to you or some shit.
Yeah.
Which hopefully you're not, you know.
Oh.
Banjo plays. I'm stuck in the dryer. Ew. Yeah, no, so donut appears to be the most effective. I don't know why, but if you want, like, I really like doing this. I knew that I was going to embarrass myself, but I knew it would make good content. I haven't got enough responses yet, so maybe we'll hit on it in another episode, and I'll try to message more people and see. Because I feel like I started this week. I at least need 2 weeks of prep time to get responses. Because some of those that I sent still haven't gotten responses. They probably never will.
Fair enough.
I think one I just sent the picture of the shark on the skateboard. No context. Just a shark on a skateboard. If that doesn't start a conversation, I don't know what will.
Apparently donuts do.
Yeah, I mean, everyone.
Well, everyone loves donuts, so I guess that makes sense.
We should get some Krispy Kreme for the next podcast recording.
I should. Who's paying? He just did the dog, like, where the dogs, like, look out the side of their eyes thing. You know what I'm...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the squeaking of shoes. SpongeBob, why are your boots squeaking?
Oh my god.
Where are we at on recording? Do we need to pause or anything?
Yeah, it has 3 minutes left.
Boys.
Reset, and I'm going to look from that back.
1 minute till 8.
All right, go for it.
All right. Can you not? We literally just started rolling, and that thing decides that it's going to start spraying now. Thanks, air fresheners. So, we got 20 ways not to break up with somebody, or what
What the fuck?
just happened? Did it just close by itself?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Huh?
Anyway, let's continue.
Anyway, we have a guest on this episode. What is your name? Like, starts talking. It's like, Jerry. It's
Why
like the
do you name
skeleton.
everything Jamie?
No. Jerry the skeleton is inside the case. But
That'd be
no.
funny.
Ways not to break up with somebody. We got public service announcement, which I can't remember if I've done before, but my brilliant idea for this
You definitely have not.
is like at a convention or something. You can just get on the mic and be like, so my girlfriend standing in on aisle T right in front of this specific table, or my girlfriend who is right there in this crowd, right? Yeah, puts the spotlight on her or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She is no longer my girlfriend. We are done. Don't do that one. We're to push on to our Q&As and try to wrap this up so Antonio can leave.
Yeah, he's tired of being here.
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay, sure. So Q&A. One question I got this week was, why are you single? Okay. There are many reasons, but I'm just going to be really short and simple here. Coach don't play. Coach don't play. Coach doesn't
Who
play.
you coach?
Nobody good. Like a bunch of third stringers.
Wait, so they just straight up asked you,
Yeah.
why are you single?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. Is it possible to still be friends with your ex? That was another one I got.
No. Damn. I don't believe that. The reason I don't believe that is because I feel like if you can be friends with your ex, you either, and you've probably seen this before, but it's either you still have feelings for them, or you guys never loved each other at all.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point, but if
That's still
the
your ex.
if the second one's the case,
Yeah, I
feel
just
like
feel
that's
like
cool.
exes, there's always gonna be some part of you that belongs to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like that's just how it works. Like, I feel like some part, like, you have memories with that person. You know, those just don't go away. Like, you could have been with them for months or whatever, and those memories just stay there.
I mean, I guess, yeah. No, I see where you're coming from.
And so every single time you
I
look
feel like
at
you
them,
could be civil with an ex, but I don't know if you'd be like
no,
kicking it or hanging out.
no,
with them.
that's what I meant. Like, you can obviously be civil and like talk every once in a while, or like when it's convenient.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like being like best friends with them or something like that.
You know, that one would be.
I don't think
unless
that's
you were best
possible.
friends before you dated. Like if you were already
Maybe,
friends, I feel like
maybe.
there's a few exceptions. We also got: would you rather be facelessly famous or regular famous? So like
Facelessly.
Corpse and who else is the other one?
Swagger.
Yeah, you'd rather be facelessly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm torn, but after our McDonald's encounter last week, I kind of feel like I'd rather be facelessly famous because if like they never gave us backstory on why they recognized me and you together.
Yeah, I know.
But we got our food from McDonald's, and her only like the person giving us our food, the only thing she said to us was, "Hey," like
Yeah,
really
but,
weird.
like-
And then whenever I went in and was like, do I know you?" They're like, "No, but I know you." Like, which one? That's something you shouldn't say to somebody. But if it was from the podcast, it still makes me feel weird about it.
Yeah, because we had no clue. Like when me and Jesse were like pulling out, we were like, "Who the fuck were they?"
I have
Because
no
they
idea.
looked
And so
at
I
me-
turned around so I could go back in to use the bathroom and try to figure this out. But
yeah,
I still have no answers.
yeah, they just looked at us like they like knew who we were.
But yeah, after that whole thing, I feel like I'd rather be facelessly. But also, it depends on the level of famous. Like, if it's musician or movie star, and it really depends on your status. Because would I want paparazzi following me and like everything that I do, making headlines? No, absolutely not. I don't see the appeal in that. It's like live a private life. Private lives are, like celebs should still be able to live private lives.
Mhm.
Opinion on one night stands.
Well, I've never had one, and the reason I don't have
All
one.
right, good talk. Next, no.
No, the reason I don't have them is because I don't know. I feel like in a way they're like scummy. I don't know.
See, I feel like as long as you make it clear that that's all it's gonna be,
Yeah,
that's
no,
fine.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about like, as in like, I guess a
But that is something that must be said.
bless you, but yeah, I feel like that's just like
It's also like friends with benefits. Like it just never seems to work.
yeah, like I feel like as long as you clarify it, it's okay to an extent. But if you're just straight up like tugging on this girl for no fucking reason, just to get
Some
know,
tail.
yeah, like I don't think that's right.
All right. If a genie were to grant you 3 wishes, what would you wish for? Make it short and quick.
I mean, the only
Like
thing.
every time you've ever been in bed with a girl.
Anyways, definitely, I would wish to be rich enough to retire both my parents. That would
That's
be
respectable.
the first. That's first wish. Second wish. Obviously, well, the money goes hand in hand for that, but second one. I don't know. There's not too much I actually really. I mean, obviously, I would wish for Juice back, because I'm a huge Juice fan. But like, I don't think
If
there's
you
enough.
learn nothing from Pet Cemetery, if you bring the dead back, it never works.
Yeah, but I feel like there's even having just 3 wishes. I feel like one is all I need, and I feel like not having more money doesn't make all the problems go away. But like, I feel like being financially
Stable would reduce a lot of stress.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's my only wish. Like, I really don't have anything else.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, like I don't have anything else that I would wish for. Not really. Like nothing that.
No, because if
comes
I
on
had the
top of
money
my
to do
head.
the things that I want to do, I think that I can make myself happy in just doing those. But I don't have the money to fund all the things I want to do. I don't have the money to run a podcast, move out, and like change states, pay for gas, have a new car, all that.
Yeah.
Like I don't like I struggle with that. I'm doing it, but I don't like. I'm not
Slowly.
not comfortably,
Yeah, you're
not
just slowly-
financially comfortable in doing all of this.
Yeah, it's like inching your way, like day by day.
Basically. But yeah, no, I definitely agree. So I think we're gonna start doing Q&As at the end of episodes. It just kind of feels
Mm-hmm.
natural to put them at the end. This episode feels like it was really short. Hopefully it wasn't. Hopefully there was a decent amount of content in here. It never feels like the amount of content that we put into an episode is the actual amount that we end up with.
Yeah.
It just never. When we look back on it, I'm like, I don't remember recording that long or talking about these things that much.
Yeah. Like
So
the episode we just put
watched
out.
last night and put
Yeah.
out. But yeah, with that being said, I'm Jesse.
This is Gabe.
Whatever inspiration we want to throw into this episode, I'm
Um,
still gonna stick with be kind to people.
make yourself happy before others.
Okay, cool. And we're out.
Peace.
Peace. There is very little left of me, and it's never coming back. So, Antonio, Gabe wants you to pop a titty out or something in one of these episodes.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that. I forgot to ask him. So
He just, like, behind the camera, he just really wants you to flash him sometime.
yeah, literally.
We were watching that episode last night, and he's just like, can you imagine if Antonio flashed us his tits in one episode? I was like, no, I can't imagine that because there's never a thought that I've had.
bro, don't worry about it, okay?
Oh, boy. It's like one part dick and fart jokes, one part childhood trauma. Yep, that's it. That's it. Like, I don't know why he exists.
You gotta like put your hand behind it or something. Up higher.
Up higher.
A little bit lower. Yep.
There's the sweet spot. I don't know much about sharks, but he looks like a tiger shark.
Yeah.
I don't know. He could be. He might not be. But he lives there now, I guess.